And now I weigh 135.
135. So you lost 7 pounds.
Hello everyone, it is Delanie Majors and I have my boyfriend Carter with us.
Hello.
So for the past month we've been doing a bit of a challenge where we decided we were going to eat healthy because we had both gotten fat.
Fun.
For a month?
28 days, yeah.
Yeah, like 28 days, so pretty much, but the whole point of it was to see, I guess, who could proportionally lose weight, you know, and we were proportionally following the same calorie
intake, yeah, and protein intake.
And then doing the same workout regime.
Basically what we did is everyone has what's called a TDEE, which is a total daily energy expenditure. And that's basically how much energy in the form of calories that your body expends in a day. There's a ton of calculators out there. I guess we'll link our favorite one below, the one that we used for this. And it will basically ask you what your job is, your height, your weight. If you know your body fat, that's even better. There are calculators out there that you don't need to have your body fat. So you type in your stuff on this TDEE calculator and it will spit out a number. For instance, I think mine is like 2552. You know, like basically 2,500 calories in a day is what my body expends just working, breathing, sleeping, doing whatever I do during the day.
Living life.
But I had kind of found some research, which also we'll link down here, that basically tells you the amount that you can take out of your calories called a deficit, and the amount that you can actually cut, which I think for us was about 20 to 25% of our TDEE. We can go over that a little bit more at some later date, but the TDEE calculator will tell you how much to cut. I think I was at like 1,650 or 1,700.
And I think originally mine was like 1,100.
1,200, yeah.
Something like that, like something pretty low.
Yes.
I think in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. And so I would just eat like omelets and spinach all the time.
Have to eat spinach and dry chicken.
I literally just watched like 30 minutes of Shane Dawson eating pizza and Taco Bell and all these good things like McDonald's, and I'm just here eating grilled chicken for the 6th meal in a row.
And
which is not the case,
yes, and
yeah.
I hated it. The first week I was like, there's no way I'm gonna stick to this. Like, this freaking sucks. There's recipes out there that aren't.
Just because you're eating low calorie doesn't mean you have to eat just dry chicken.
Yeah. I had this one Greek turkey patty, which was really good. I lived on protein shakes, obviously, and I froze my strawberries. And then I would just stick the strawberries in there with the protein powder and like a little bit of water. I would mix all that in the blender and it literally tasted like a chocolate covered strawberry. A almond crusted chicken tender recipe.
Also delicious.
Which was dang. So easy. It's literally like, I think 5 ingredients and 4 of them are spices. Like, or I guess 3 of, well, 6 ingredients. 6 ingredients.
Oh, okay, yeah, 6.
I made protein pancakes.
Those are dank.
Really easy. Bananas, eggs, protein powder. That's all you've got to do.
We tried to mix some spaghetti squash.
Tell me more about your spaghetti squash.
There's nothing else to say. It was and it's just not gonna work out.
You sound like you're breaking up with a girl.
So we had 6 pounds of spaghetti squash. Terrible. My 2 things that I try and focus on in a day. 1, make sure that I stay underneath my calories. That's paramount, that's very important. And 2, equally as important, is to hit your protein goal. If you can hit those, the rest will kind of fall into a line, at least at the start. And I think we ended up settling on 0.7 grams per pound of lean body mass.
I had what we thought like 7 cheat meals in the whole month-ish.
Yeah.
And how many did you have?
I think I only had 3 or 4. But Delanie's still in college. I graduated last semester.
I was like still like living life. Like my friends came into town. I had birthdays where like you were at home working with your parents.
There's a ton of like luncheons and we got to dinner all the time. And that's where I really struggle because I go out with clients and stuff and they'll get like a burger or beer or something. It's like, okay, I'll have the chicken, please. I would keep all those in a spreadsheet, like my calories per day for the week. And then as long as I averaged out 1,300 calories and was hitting my protein goal every day, that was fine. So some days I would only eat, if I was doing 1,300 calories, I would have only eaten 1,000. But then on my cheat day, I might have eaten 2,000. And as long as at the end of the week that average out, I found that for me, and it might not work for everybody, but for both of us, that seemed to really work with our lifestyle. You can still go out, have fun, have a cheat meal occasionally.
Yeah. I never once felt like I held myself back from a social interaction.
Which is important.
You know, and it was because I was eating strict like every single night when I was at home. So that way when a social interaction did present itself, I was like, well, I haven't had my cheat meal this week. That's fine.
You don't want to sit in a room and be incredibly fit but have no social life. Like, what's the point, you know?
Just a really fit guy sitting on the couch.
Incredibly fit and like you never go do anything. Whenever someone asks you out for drinks, you're like,
no, it doesn't fit in my macros, bro. Like, definitely not, definitely not.
Like, I followed the workout pretty strictly.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much made it to the gym every single time I was supposed to go to the gym. Doing this, like I genuinely like enjoyed working on all those girls. I was like, yeah, I love the gym. And I'd be like, no, you don't. Like, shut up. Like, no one likes the gym. But then I like started going and I was like, I love the gym. I hate cardio. That's what I figured out was cardio's the worst.
There's
like,
no progression in cardio is the problem.
That freaking sucks. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that sucks. But like, we were doing weights and I like the feeling I get from lifting weights. Like you feel powerful, like you feel strong, and like you feel like you're like accomplishing something. As a girl, like it's all guys over there and like you feel kind of self-conscious because like you don't know what you're doing. I remember the first week I went into the gym, I had all those workouts you put for me and I was like, okay. Gone home and like YouTube's like how to do a like Russian deadlift. I didn't know what I was doing and I was like so afraid everybody was gonna stare at me and it was like peak New Year, new me time. Like everyone was in the gym. It was jam-packed. And I was like, crap, I don't know what I'm doing. But like, I just like did it. I literally spilled an entire water bottle one time and nobody looked.
So it's okay.
What was your starting weight when we started?
I weighed 195.5 pounds whenever I started.
And
you weighed?
I weighed 142.
Yeah.
Like I fluctuated anywhere between 140 to 142. But now we will go ahead and take a look at what we weighed, 2 days ago? So our final weigh-in.
I gotta take my shirt off and stuff.
Well, you can't take your shirt off for the video.
Why?
Because I said so.
Yo.
Or horizontal, I guess.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yo. Who lost more percentage-wise, you know?
So you started at 142, right?
Yeah.
And then you weighed what?
And now I weigh 135.
135. So you lost 7 pounds. So 5% of your original body weight.
Okay, now.
So I was 195.5. And then I weighed 182.5. So I lost 13 pounds, 6.7% of my final body weight.
Which is
weight.
actually like, I would sit here and be like, oh my God, it's so annoying. Guys always lose more. But you followed it more strictly than I did. I think if I put in the same effort as you, I would have lost like 9 pounds.
Yeah,
you know?
we were close enough to where I do feel like we lost proportionally and based on how much each of us tried, the same amount of weight. On that note, don't be intimidated to start. It seems like such an uphill battle at the very beginning. And in the first week, you might not lose a ton of weight or something. You get discouraged.
I was so discouraged the first week.
And you're like, I'm eating just broccoli and chicken. How am I not losing weight? Like, I hate this. I'm never gonna stick with it. But it's like with anything, the more you do it, it just becomes easier. It becomes part of your daily routine.
We're like halfway through week 3, and I didn't even realize it. I feel like this is just like becoming a part of my life.
And then after a certain amount of time, you just stop thinking about it. Like it's just what you do.
It really is. Like it's just kind of like, I feel like it's what I do now. I enjoy it. Like it's part of my life, and I definitely feel like it's something I'm at least gonna stick with to an extent. So that is pretty much it, right? Like I feel like we covered the main basis of this. If you've ever gone through a stint of time like this before, let us know. Let us know if you have any recipes that you really liked. I'm always up for another recipe. But yeah, that's about it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let us know. And that's all we've got for today. Thanks for watching.